Dear students, welcome to Insight Academy. Today we are going to discuss the questions of IAS Prelims Examination 2021, the exam that was conducted today, that is 10th October 2021. In these discussion sessions, we are taking questions topic-wise, let's say questions of Indian economy, or history and culture, or science and technology, or geography, or environment, or polity. All these 6 sessions are being recorded one by one. So all these 6 sections would be available to you separately as well as together as one combined video session. All the questions starting from 1 to 100 have been covered. I hope you have downloaded the PDF from insightdelhi.com, that is our website here. Match your answers carefully one by one. All the answers here we have checked multiple times before uploading, so you can just trust them, and if you match your answers properly, you will find that your score is going to be very accurate. And if your score comes out to be something around 95, 94 to 98, then definitely you will make for the main examination, you will cross through this bridge of prelims exam. Let us start with a session on questions of Indian economy. I have set A with me. So set A, you have to follow. There is no problem of the set as such because questions are coming on the board here and we will discuss questions one by one. But the number of questions here, question number here, that is taken from set A, so that you need to keep in mind. These questions of economy, most of these are very easy. There are 15 questions. And out of these 15 questions, 7 to 8 are just cakewalk. Anybody could have done these questions just with basic understanding of economics. 3 to 4 questions are factual regarding Urban Cooperative Banks and other things. And then remaining 2-3 questions are of moderate difficulty level. You'll get to know all these questions one by one in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Let us see question number 1. This is set A. So set A starts with economic questions. Consider the following statements. The governor and the Reserve Bank of India, the governor of the Reserve Bank of India is appointed by central government, definitely. The present governor Shaktikanta Das was appointed by central government. So that is the right statement here. Certain provisions in Constitution of India, not in the Constitution of India, but RBI Act. RBI Act provides the power, that is particularly section 7 of RBI Act empowers the central government to give directions to RBI in public interest. So statement number 2 is wrong here. Governor of RBI draws his power from RBI Act. That's perfectly correct. So number 1 and number 3 are correct. Number 2 is wrong. So option is number 1 and number 3, that is C. So you have to choose the correct statements. Keep a close eye on instructions because at times instructions would be not correct and that time you should not falter unnecessarily. Question number 2, with reference to casual workers employed in India, consider the following statements. Casual worker means somebody who is not in a permanent payroll, somebody who is hired for a temporary engagement. All casual workers are entitled for employee provident fund. All are entitled, but all do not get actually, all cannot even claim it. So only those factories that have a minimum of 20 workers or more, they come under the provisions of Employee Provident Fund Act. So all casual workers will not be entitled. Somebody who is working in a factory or establishment where less than 20 workers are there, they can't claim Employee Provident Fund. Number 2, all casual workers are entitled for regular working hours. Overtime payment, that's correct. If somebody is working overtime, they are supposed to get more. The government can by a notification specify that an establishment or industry shall pay wages only through its bank account. That's correct. So statement number 1 is wrong. Statement number 2 and statement number 3 are correct. So option here is B. Question number 3, which among the following steps is most likely to be taken at the time of economic recession. Economic recession means there is no demand. Economic recession means there is no purchasing power with the people. So economy is in slumber. Buying and selling are not taking place. So that is recession. So recession can be eliminated only by improving the buying and selling or improving the market conditions. Market conditions can be improved by improving the purchasing power of the people, and that in turn can be increased by increasing the availability of money in the hands of people. So let us see what increases the availability of money. Cut in tax rate accompanied by increase in interest rate. Interest rate increase takes away money from the people because you have to pay more for your loans. Increase in expenditure on public projects, that is the only way here. If government spends more, people will get wage, people will get market, somebody producing cement, somebody producing steel, somebody producing paint, somebody just working as a laborer will get wage. So that's the way here. Increase in tax rate will reduce the availability of money with people. Reduction in expenditure again will take away liquidity from market. So B here, increase in expenditure on public project, that is the key. That is something that can be used to counter in economic recessionary conditions. Number 4, consider the following statements. Other thing remaining unchanged, market demand for a good might increase. If market demand for a good will increase if the quality of the good increases. If its competitors increase their rate, so suppose you have tea and coffee, tea can be replaced with coffee. So if coffee price increases, then more coffee wala are likely to come to tea. So tea demand would increase, something like that. So price of its substitute increases. Price of substitute increases, so demand will increase because more customers are likely to shift from other product to this product. Price of its complements increases. Price of complement will increase, that will increase the price of that particular product. Suppose you buy a table lamp and the price of the bulb increases, then the demand of the table lamp with the bulb will go down because components are becoming costly. Something which is sold along with this good is becoming costly. The good is an inferior good. Inferior good means something that doesn't have much of the quality here. Superior goods can claim higher price. Superior goods claim a bigger market share, greater control in the market. So the good is an inferior good, income of the consumers increases. Income of the consumer increases, then definitely demand will increase, but for the superior good, people are likely to spend more on superior good than on inferior good. Price falls. If price falls, demand will increase. If suppose I have this marker here, if the price of marker falls, then you're likely to buy more, multiple colors. So that we need to see the relationship between demand and the price. So 1 and 4 are correct here. 1 and 4 are correct, so option is A, that is 1 and 4 only. Question number 5, with reference to urban cooperative banks in India, consider following statements. They are supervised and regulated by local boards, not by local boards. State governments can set up regulatory authorities through which urban cooperative banks are controlled. So these banks fall under dual control, that is control of RBI as well as state government, but not through local board, through regulatory boards. They can issue equity shares, that is allowed nowadays. That has been a change in the recent past, so that urban cooperative banks can improve their financial health. They were brought under the purview of Banking Regulation Act 1949 through Amendment 1966, that's correct. So 1 is wrong, 2 and 3 are correct. Here option becomes 2 and 3 only. Question number 6, Indian government bond yields are influenced. So bond yield means the cost of money to the government varies, or the return on the bond of the government varies. Of course, if US Federal Reserve changes the cost of money in the market, then that will affect the cost of money available to the government of India. So FD, US Federal Reserve, will have big impact. Actions of RBI, buying and selling government securities, are carried out by RBI, that will affect. Inflation and short-term interest rate, of course, that will also affect the price of government bonds. So all these three factors are going to have big influence. So option is D here. Question number 7, foreign currency convertible bonds, foreign institutional investment with certain conditions, global depository receipts, non-resident external deposits. Which of the following can be included in FDI, foreign direct investment? Non-resident external deposits are basically debt. These are not investment. If money comes from NRIs, then that money has to be paid by the government of India. So government owes that. Other three are considered as a part of FDI nowadays, because foreign currency convertible bonds, these can be converted into shares of the company, and something that goes into share of the company, that comes foreign direct investment, where you buy the shares of the company. Foreign institutional investment with certain conditions which are convertible, and GDRs also nowadays considered a part of FDI. So 1, 2 and 3. Question number 8, the effect of devaluation of a currency. Think of today, if 74 rupee equals to $1, and devaluation means 100 rupees becomes equal to $1. That's devaluation. The currency loses its value. And this devaluation is carried out directly. Depreciation is through market effect. Devaluation is through government action. The effect of devaluation of currency is that it necessarily improves the competitiveness of domestic exports in foreign markets. Of course, because if you have a shirt of, let's say, 1,000 rupees, and in terms of 74 rupees, so it's going to be something around $12, $13. And if the conversion rate becomes 100, the shirt is going to be of $10. So shirt is going to become cheaper in international markets. It means people are likely to buy our product more. So exports are going to become more competitive. Increase in the value of currency, no, decrease in the value of currency. Improves the trade balance, that depends on how much is the import. If some countries having more of import, less of export, it's going to ruin trade balance badly. So it depends on the scenario. Trade balance will improve if the country is a big exporter. Country imports less, exports more, trade balance will definitely improve, but not in every case. So option here is only one, that is A. Question number 9, which of the following effects of creation of black money in India has been the main cause of worry to the government? Government worries about black money because black money results in tax evasion. Black money means the money for which tax has not been paid or unaccounted money. So let us see the option here. Loss of revenue to the state exchequer. Loss of revenue because black money is generated without paying taxes or through tax evasion. So option is D here, state loses tax income. Question number 10, which of the following is likely to be the most inflationary effect in its effect? Inflationary effect, availability of money increases, but the production in the market does not increase. So if you pump more money and you do not result, or it does not result in any corresponding increase in production, that is the worst form of inflation. So that inflation is always a matter of serious concern. So creation of new money. New money means printing new money. If new money is printed, if new money is pushed into the market, if liquidity is increased through printing of money, that is the worst for the health of economy. So inflation will increase most if you print new money, if you finance budget deficit through monetization or by printing money. That is D. Question number 11, the money multiplier in an economy increases with which of the following? Money multiplier is equal to 1 upon the reserve ratio. So if government or the RBI increases the limits of CRR, SLR, the amount of money which they have to keep either with them or with RBI, then the less money is available to be given as a loan to the people. If people carry out more transactions, people take more loan, then money multiplier is increasing. If people go and buy more things, then the money is going to change into the hands. Think of money multiplier in simple terms. Suppose somebody is earning 1,000 rupees And these 1,000 rupees, the person is spending only 100 rupees and 900 are now put in Almira. That money is not getting multiplied. Now, if this 900 rupees is deposited in bank or is used to buy something, some product, then if you buy a product, you're going to give this money into salary, into kind of input cost, into maintenance cost. So it's getting multiplied. It adds value to the GDP. So let us see here, if banking habit of the people increase, if people start putting more money into the bank, if people start taking out more money from the bank to buy things, then money multiplying effect increases or it becomes more effective. So option here is C. Question number 12. With reference to Indian economy, demand pull inflation can be caused increase by which of the following? Demand pull inflation means purchasing power increases. People are going to the market because they have money. So demand increases without increase in production, that is demand pull. Expansionary policies means government gives liquidity, government gives kind of wage or easy loan to the people. That is expansionary. Fiscal stimulus, again, giving money to the people without much work. Inflation indexing wages, here it won't, because if inflation indexing wages takes place, the wage increases only as per inflation. It means there is no impact in the market as such. Higher purchasing power, of course, that will have big impact on inflation. Rising interest rate is anti-inflation or deflationary in nature. So 1, 2 and 4. Option A, 1, 2 and 4. Keep looking at the questions very carefully. These are very easy questions. Economy is just like a cakewalk. If you have basic understanding, you can do all these questions easily. With reference to India, consider following statements. Retail investors through Demat account can invest in treasury bills. Of course, now it has been allowed. They can buy from the primary market. Earlier, retail investors were allowed to buy government bonds and securities only from secondary market. The negotiated dealing system order matching is a government securities trading platform of RBI, perfectly correct. Central Depository Service Limited is jointly promoted by not RBI, HDFC, ICICI Bank, the prominent banks, SBI and BSE. So point number 3 is wrong here. 1 and 2 are correct. Option is B. Question number 14, with reference to WaterCredit. So WaterCredit is a scheme financed by World Bank and World Health Organization for microfinancing to meet water needs. So WaterCredit, it puts microfinance tools to work in water and sanitation sector, perfectly correct. It's a global initiative launched under the aegis of WHO and World Bank, correct. It aims to enable poor people to meet their water needs without depending on subsidies. So a small amount of loan is given. This loan is to be used by them to meet their water needs either for drinking or for sanitation purposes. So this is what you need to see. All the 3 points here are correct. Option is 1, 2 and 3. Question number 15, the last question of economy. In India, the central banks function as a lender of last resort. It's the bank of the banks. That's the lender of last resort. When banks don't have money, RBI gives them money. Lending to trade and industry, RBI does not lend to trade and industry directly. Providing liquidity to the banks having a temporary crisis, of course, banker of the bank. That's the meaning of banker of last resort. Lending to the government in to finance budgetary deficit. Nowadays, RBI does not finance budgetary deficit. RBI buys government securities only from secondary markets. So that is not available right now. So 1 is wrong, 3 is wrong, 2 is right. You have to choose a correct one. So 2 only. So these were the questions related to economy. I hope you got to know the right answer and you also got to know why is the particular answer right. So match your answers carefully, find out your score, and if your score comes out to be in the range of 94 to 98, then be confident you're going to make it to the mains examination. So revise, work hard, and prepare for the main exam with full force. All the best. May God bless you.